Hello my dear friends, welcome to It's Not Electronic channel. This is Uncle Misha and today I have something random on my pile of stuff and today we're gonna take it apart to see what's inside. So I assume, I don't know exactly what it is, that this is like a baby monitor camera. Yeah, that's the only thing. It swivels, so it's super very weird. It has this, whatever it means, not working. This is power button. Yeah, right here it has, I assume this is vent, and it has very weird power requirements. DC 5.9 volts 800 milliamp. It branded by as Levana made in China. Levana made in China. Levana. Here we are. It is some kind of little, probably light sensors right here and little LED right here. All we have obviously in camera. So let's crack it open and see if there's anything interesting in here. Yes or no. I assume not much because it's probably some super old school baby camera. But I'm curious what's inside, what kind of, camera is in there, what kind of maybe microcontroller or wireless thingy, because this is supposedly a wireless device. And if it's any use to us. Okay, this kind of falls apart. Just like that. I already see much more than I thought I gonna see. Interesting. So this bottom part probably contains nothing but the let me get some proper pokey thingy. No, I thought it was gonna be no screws. Oh yeah, there is some screws here. Nothing more, just wires. Yeah, power wires. Really? Here? No. Here? No. What's going on? Nothing. Yeah, okay, it's just an outlet. This very weird way of crimping the cable. This is spring-loaded, some kind of nut. That's pretty much it. Let's unwind it. So, what do we have? So we have like a little PCB right in here with the can. Can is openable. Nice, I can take a look what's in that can. Okay, we have 12 megahertz crystal. We have Sonic's branded chip. Wow, Sonic's the Hedgehog. Sonic's. Mm-hmm. 2012. That's quite a bit of a dated product. November of 2012. Looks like the capacitor is bulged. Here, seriously? Maybe not, but okay. This is an interesting device. This is what, side-mounted capacitor? Are you freaking kidding me? This. Never seen this before. That's amazing. Let me, I'll zoom it for you. Okay, let me pull this stuff right out of here. Curious if this camera supports infrared and also what's the protocol right here. Okay, yeah, potentially it does, because looks like there is an array of LEDs. There's a microphone, not MEMS microphone, but there is a microphone. So it looks like this cable is like a proprietary one. I don't think it's like, yeah, it's gonna definitely have some, it's not generic unit, it's gonna have some, okay, this one just goes like this. Okay. Camera module made in 2013. Very shitty soldering job, as you see. The camera sensor is... Did I pull the camera sensor out? Look at this. Whole bunch of RGB, infrared LEDs. Lens is fixed. It's not bad. You can put them back for now. There's no additional microcontroller right here, so obviously these pins right here are gonna drive specifically those LEDs directly through. There is a whole bunch of transistors here to drive LEDs. Here's the little placement probably for regular LED. Okay, put this back in. Okay, so what do we have on this side? Highly likely serial connectivity. What is this? What is this? This thing is totally look like an antenna right here. Yeah, interesting. Okay. Let me see. What do we have? Yeah, and it's like antenna. See that? And it has a shield, and there is a central. Okay, it looks like a little coax. That's pretty cool. There is something like here. Is probably another switch. Maybe it says S8. Yeah, maybe there is a switch here, or could be USB connector of a sort. Could be. So let me see what's under this can. It's probably like a receiver kind of IC. IC of unknown origin. Let me take a look a little bit closer. This is probably flash ROM. What is this Sonics? This is hilarious. Sonics. So sort of should be some microcontroller, but maybe some kind of chip which actually does encoding and decoding video, encoding video. And this guy is just sending them over the air. Maybe it's not even Wi-Fi. It's highly likely not. It's probably some proprietary RF crap. So this is probably voltage regulators. They have on board the switching regulator, hence the inductor. I don't know why would they need it, but to turn 5.6 volt into something more useful. Okay, it looks like this is all it's here. Obviously, I won't be able to figure out how to drive this camera using, my own stuff, because it's definitely purposely built, and all the pinout of all here is unknown to me. But I want to show you this very genuine super bodge. This is the first time in my life I see a capacitor, electrolytic capacitor, which is soldered on its side, and with some kind of protruding connectors right here. So instead of putting like through hole capacitor or actually soldering, oh, it's actually a little ceramic jobby, and this electrolytic jobby soldered straight to it. Yeah, nuts. But here we go. Yeah, this is a light sensor. Pretty cool. and I show you close up of this Sonics IC, and here is some kind of IC. It's really hard to read. It's like 7121 and then yada yada, lots of stuff. So yeah, this is probably some kind of, you know, 900 megahertz or something kind of IC. Yeah, but this thing's supposed to send video, so maybe it's in gigahertz range. Yeah, maybe it's some kind of proprietary 2.4 gigahertz range thing, because if it's gonna send, I don't know what kind of sensor is here. If you're gonna send some at least HD, I'm not talking about full HD, but like 720p kind of video, that has to be decent. Yeah, not much we can derive out of this VM8, yeah, whatever. That's probably gonna be it. What you're gonna do, I'm gonna quickly look it up, those components, and we see what are they, and gonna kind of wrap up. There's not much else I can do. Oh wow, look at this, that was probably here. And where was it protruding? Not protruding. It was not. No, maybe it's just like somewhere here. It's crazy. Oh, maybe here, like this. Okay. Yeah. It was. Yeah, so you have to align it, you know, use something like this just to pull it out through here. Whatever, you got the idea, right? And reprogram it, like it's crazy. Yeah, may connect it with. Oh, papanke. How did I rip it off? Amazing. I don't. Oh, I see. Now I understand what's the problem with this guy. So that was rattling inside. So this was here. Hence this button, not this one, this button was not working. It didn't have a tactile click because it probably fell on the ground and just bashed this little, ripped this little button out of here. It's still kind of doing buttony things. Yeah, so this little SMD button was ripped off. Okay, interesting. Alright, my friends, I've done some investigation here and recorded my findings. So let's talk about this Sonics, the Hedgehogonics chippy. So this turned out to be, this is purposely built wireless multimedia processor, supports 3 protocols and at 2.4 gigahertz. I was actually right about 2.4 gigahertz. So obviously those are proprietary protocol, and there is actually service but datasheet for that guy. It's not really hard to find. It's obviously obsolete by now because we're talking 2012. It's like 10 years old crap, but still, this is what it is. So purposely built media processor which does decoding, encoding, and sending this stuff via RF. So this little guy is actually 4 megabit serial ROM from Macronix. Yeah. So for big serial ROM, yeah, again, data sheets are available. So this little dude, 34119G, is a low power audio amplifier. Just because we have a little speaker here, this is why we need a low power audio amplifier. This chip is unmarked, but I suspect this is microphone amplifier or something to this extent, because we have a little microphone right here. Next dude is A7121, is this guy. This is Emicom GFSK transceiver up to 3 megabit per second. So if this thing supports 3 megabit per second, I do believe it doesn't even send full 720p. So yeah, so video quality is driven by this sensor, but obviously it can be even less than the sensor supports. But unfortunately I cannot get any information on the sensor, so I have no idea. And moreover, because this device usually comes with the little tablet kind of thingy, little thingy that doesn't stream on your phone, stream on this kind of receiver which actually shows the picture, and the picture is like, I don't know, looks like 400 by 400 80 by 640 or something like that. It's ridiculous. So yeah, this thing can be just like 480p or no more than that. So probably plenty enough for this, like literally this teeny tiny screen like that, like granular. So so not much info on the camera, but whatever, this is probably super obsolete, and unfortunately I don't even think I can actually reuse it in any kind of project, because again, as I mentioned, it's super obsolete, and these days you can get way better camera for cheap, so that's useless. So on this perspective, on this board, again, everything is useless except maybe the serial ROM for whatever reason, the oscillator, this chip, some power supply stuff here, and a little chip right here, probably some power controller. This thing, by the way, this is a 6-volt chip, so it works at around 6 volts, so that's why this stupid DC 5.9 volts, I don't know why not 6, but yeah, crazy. Yeah, not much really talk about it. This thing is long time obsolete. Now these days usually stuff is actually Wi-Fi capable, pan and tilt capable, and send data straight to the phone. Obviously it's better to have dedicated device for your baby monitor. It's like it's good to have, but this probably super obsolete. Oh yeah, and this is, this light sensor here is because when there is a light is low, this thing switches on those infrared LEDs, and camera turns into infrared mode. But the funny thing is, it doesn't have an infrared shutter, so which adds or remove infrared filter. So not following how that's supposed to work. If this camera like always adds infrared into the picture, into the mix, I don't know, but that's something to consider, because there is no infrared shutter as you saw in my other reviews, other teardowns, like for Waze cameras and other cameras, which all of them, even older ones, have infrared shutter, which actually removes or adds infrared cutoff filter. I was actually pretty cool to take this thing apart. Unfortunately, it's all pretty much useless to me, so it's gonna go to recycling. And just want to mention the exact model of this. This is Levana model 31000 or Levana Lila or Lila. Yeah, and by the way, Levana company in Canada is in Niagara Falls. If you know what's Niagara Falls, their headquarters in Canada is in Niagara Falls. Okay guys, I'm gonna wrap up on this one. I hope this was interesting. If you have some kind of old baby monitors and want to see what's inside, well, here we are. I'll show you. This is what inside. Nothing really too exciting, just poking around old tech. So if you like my video, please subscribe. Want to see people talking about this, maybe discussing some stuff, be happy to talk with you. And stay tuned for more videos. Stay safe and ciao.